Hi, home talkers. It's Carrie from Blue Ribbon Kitchen. I am a blogger, and I have a lot of projects on Hometalk, and I'm so happy to see you today. We're going to be making a wreath that is made of vintage tools that you can find at a flea market, a thrift store, an antique mall, and it's so cute. And I have two that are finished. I can't wait to show you. And then I have my original one that's actually a Hometalk project that shows you all the steps. So we're going to get started. Right here we have some of the vintage kitchen tools, and you can see that they're definitely well loved and well used. This one here was only $1.25. I love getting them when they're $1, $2. If I have to spend too much, it takes some of the fun out of it for me. So if I find an antique mall or something where they're high priced, I just keep going until I find ones that are more reasonable. I also, when I'm doing this wreath, I like to have all the colors of the handles kind of be the same. So this one today is going to be a red handled kitchen wreath. And we're going to add also biscuit cutter and a few cookie cutters. It's going to be great. Because of the rage of like farmhouse decor, I chose to go with this white painted branch wreath, and I thought it looks very farmhousey, so that's what we're going to go with today. Usually when I'm making a wreath, I use this kind of wire, so just like thin gauge wire. I don't even know what gauge that one is, but for this project, because I was using this white painted branch here, I thought we could use a white wire, so maybe it'll blend in better. So we can try both ways and see what we like. Okay, we're gonna get started by putting the this mixer on to get going. I'm gonna take this little bit of wire and put it through here. And there's no rhyme or reason. There's not a right or wrong way of doing this. You can even lay it out ahead of time where you think you want things to go if you want. We're gonna put this pastry blender on here, or pastry cutter. And like I said, there's not really a rhyme or reason to how you do things. I'm going to do like that, so you can see that cute red handle. Now, sometimes too, things don't always stay where you think they're going to stay once you lift it up, and so you might have to add more wire or adjust it. And too, like a wreath can have different, like you might think, oh, I like it better this way, or I like it better, I like this is the top. I mean, it's the crafter's choice. You get to decide how you like it and what you think works for you. So there's that. And then I mentioned these at the beginning. This is this white wire I picked up at Hobby Lobby. You could trim this down. I went ahead and used just the really thin gauge wire, but this would work just as well. And these come in just a package of little coated wires. I use this on the green one. You'll see that in a few minutes. So we're gonna, let's add a cookie cutter one last. So we're gonna move on to the ribbon. Now with this, there's a lot of different things you could do. You could weave it all along, in and out. I'm just pushing it into these little crevices. So you can go back later with a hot glue gun and dab it into place. But for now, we'll just do that. And this ribbon, in case anybody wants to know, this was from Hobby Lobby, and it's red and white gingham. And what I really like about this is the wire inside. It helps to make your wreath look really sharp. So if you can get that wire ribbon helps sometimes for wreath making. And this isn't, I would say this is more of an inside wreath. While you could probably put this on your front door, because of all the different metal parts, I probably would just enjoy it in the kitchen or somewhere in the home. It probably would last longer and not deteriorate. Okay, so there's woven. I am going to take a second to, how's that?
That looks
pretty cute.
Yeah.
To do a wired bow. So this is wire, just like the fine gauge wire, but I'm going to use this because I think it'll show up better. So you want to give yourself a tail. So don't start at the very end, you won't have very much of a tail. So give yourself a little tail. And then you want to loop here. And I'm going to take this wire and fold it around. Here we go. Okay, and then we're going to start building out from there. So you're going to make another loop, and I'm going to make this one just a little bit bigger than the first one, and take that wire and twist it around that, and just give it a little twist. Okay, so I have the wires holding my loops, and I'm just going to keep doing that. And really, you just keep building out from the center, and you can go in between the two previous loops. And when you learn how to do this, your first one probably will not be your best one, and that's okay. But keep trying it, or buy some super cheap clearance ribbon and some wire and practice at home. And before long, you'll be a pro because you'll know how to do it and you'll feel comfortable doing it. And you won't have to buy those expensive craft store ribbons, which are great if you don't have a lot of time or energy or the right color ribbon. But if you have the time, you can make probably a lot of bows out of one container of ribbon. Okay, so there's our bow basically, and because it has wire, you can kind of play with it to make it how you want. So like if you need to adjust the bow loops, you can do that. Also, so I have our tails. I want to show you the special trick. You want to get the pointy edges. You fold your ribbon in half, and then you just cut, and it gets your perfect. Ta-da! Yes. So sometimes it's hard, but if you fold your ribbon right in half, and then you just cut at an angle, and then when you open it up, you have exactly what you wanted. So then this, you could decide like if you wanted to put it at the bottom. Your bow can go on the bottom or the top. It doesn't matter. It's a personal preference. Here's the burlap ribbon. Again, this was from Hobby Lobby. So again, remember, we're going to leave room at the end because we don't want to start too close to the end. You need a tail. So I'm going to start here and kind of gather it like a little pinch. And burlap is a little harder. If I was practicing at home, don't start with burlap because it's stiff and you'll be really frustrated right out of the gate. So use something that's a softer ribbon for your first practice one. But this burlap ribbon is wired, so that makes a huge difference too. If you're going to get burlap ribbon, make sure you get the kind that has the wire in it for ribbon making. Okay, so here I'm going to pinch and twist, and I'm going to probably have to add an extra, because it's so thick, I'll add extra wire. So there is like our burlap bow, which again, that would be super cute on that one as well. And you could mix, like you could even add some burlap on here. Yeah, and you could make it, a burlap and gingham ribbon. So let's look at the green wreath that we did earlier. And this one just has a plain burlap ribbon. So it's simple and farmhousey and cute with all of the green handles, the chippy paint. So that's this one. And then I'm going to show you the original wreath. This wreath is the original that I have to give. My aunt was the one who had the amazing idea to put them on a wreath in the first place. And then over the years I added to it and reworked it. And I love, like, there's a chicken cookie cutter. You can add wooden spoons. There's a tea strainer, pastry cutters. There's even a potato masher. And this, I have mixed ribbon. I have a red that I usually leave on until Valentine's Day. And hey, oh, it has burlap too. So this one has like a fringed burlap and like a more country, like not bright white, but a gingham and like a red and an off-white. BlueRibbonKitchen.blogspot.com. Please like me on Facebook, Blue Ribbon Kitchen on Facebook. Thanks again for stopping by, and thanks for watching Home Talk.